Hello everybody, it's Jess here with Bless Jess. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to another daily vlog. Okay, so I look a little bit more put together than I have in the last few vlogs, and that is because Mark slept all night. If you are new or you haven't watched for the last like 4 nights, Mark has been really not feeling well and not sleeping good, and I've been up with him for like 4 nights in a row. I was honestly getting at the end of my rope, just emotionally. It's hard to not have sleep. I was really feeling it the last few days. So I put him to bed last night at like 8, and he did not wake up until like 7 this morning. So that was wonderful. I didn't hear him coughing. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a peep out of him. So I actually slept all night. It was amazing. He is still not feeling the best. He got up, and I think all that had settled in his chest because he hadn't really coughed all night. So he was really coughing this morning. He still has hives. He gets hives when he's sick a lot. He's probably his whole life done it 3 or 4 times. I've taken him to the doctor, and they're like, that's just what can happen with some kids, and it'll go away. There's not much you can do. Give them, antihistamines, and let it run its course. So we're just kind of hanging low at home. His hives are all over his trunk, a little bit on his face. His arms and legs aren't too bad, but his like back and his bottom, really, really bad. Okay, I shut this door because this thing is so loud and Layla has to come in here. The dryer and the washer's going so she can open this door. Anyway, so it is now 12:30. I just ran with him to go through the drive-thru at McDonald's because he's not been wanting to eat anything. And when he gets like this, McDonald's french fries usually will do it. So I went and got some McDonald's french fries, and there's like a coupon, which we use all the time. Now she wants out, that if you buy anything $1 or more, you get a free large fry, which we use this coupon all the time because for $1 you can get like a drink and a large fry. And that's like such a great deal. So if you're not using the app, you should use the app because that coupon, at least for our McDonald's, is on there. And that's like, so like a large fry is usually like $3.50 or something. Anyway, so I just got a black coffee. I'm still fasting, and I was so happy to see that McDonald's had the Christmas. They haven't gotten Christmas cups in a while from McDonald's, but I normally get cold drinks. This door is open again. Watch me walk back and forth because she went back in there. I'm leaving her in there for a minute. Anyway, so he's actually eating the french fries, which is awesome. Anyway, this morning I did go on my long walk. I didn't get to go yesterday, so I really wanted to go today. I have like a trek that I walk around the house that ends up being almost 3 miles. I went ahead and did that. It takes me almost an hour because I don't walk super fast, and it was so cold. I had on a really thick like fleece sweater with a big jacket, a scarf, and gloves. And I will say it was pretty warm, but it started like snowing on me while I was out. And I'm like, you know what? This is dedication. I am walking in the snow. We're just getting flurries basically. But that really helped me kind of jumpstart the day, and David hung out with little man while I did that. So tonight is the Thanksgiving dinner at our church. Everybody's bringing like stuff, and we're all having like a Thanksgiving dinner together. I don't think I'm going to get to go because Mark is still with the hives and all that. I just would hate, I don't think he's contagious anymore because he hasn't had fever. But just to be safe, I'll probably keep him home. But I still need to make the food for David to take. So I'm going to make a corn casserole, and I'm going to make a chocolate pie, which I already made the chocolate pie. I just got to top it with whipped cream. Corn casserole, I'll show you how to make it. It is so easy, and it is so delicious. And then the new ad came out at Kroger today, and I was going to go, but then Mark wasn't feeling well. I didn't want to drag him out in the cold weather. So I did a grocery pickup, and David's going to pick it up. Y'all, I will probably do a separate video for it because I got a good bit of stuff. The deals this week, insane. You just wait till you see all that I got. Plus, when I checked out, I realized I had like there was one that was like $10 off a pickup and another one that was like $15 off. And so they both came off like $25 right there, plus all the other good sales. It was insane. Drinks, I told y'all last week, I'm going to go on a tangent here. just for a second. I told you last week they had drinks 3 for $11.88, and I was like, that is such a great deal. We got, 3 of them. I never went back and got any more. I just ran out of time. Today, this ad, 4 for $12. 4 for $12. $3 a piece. Mind blown. Like, that is such a great deal. Butter's $2.99 a pound. Great deal. Sweet potatoes are 19 cents a pound. I don't have any plan for sweet potatoes, but for that price, I'm thinking about making some sweet potato fries tonight. Such a great deal. Cuties, $2.99 a bag. You'll see, but just all kinds of stuff. So I went ahead. I'm glad I did a pickup because both of those digital coupons I didn't know about were on my account and they came off with that pickup. So if you are not using the Kroger app, again, not sponsored, but you will save so much money. Hi, buddy. How are you feeling? Here comes little man. So anyway, it is now 12:30. I can't believe it. I'm going to let Mark kind of finish up his lunch of fries. It's all I can get him to eat. I tried yogurt. I tried all of his normal food. Like, he does not want any of it. So I still think he's not feeling the best, obviously. Plus, the hives are just really itchy and he's just irritable. The plan for today is when he goes down in about 30 minutes, I will have an hour before Nate gets home, and I need to, now Layla wants back out of that room. I will need to edit. I've got to edit like 2 or 3 videos. So I'm hoping I can get that done while Mark naps. Hopefully he'll nap today. I also need to film a Sunday chat. So I've got lots of like work to do. And then this afternoon I'll make the corn casserole. I'll melt whipped cream for the pie. What are you doing? I'm talking to the camera. What do you mean, what am I doing? So anyway, that's the plan for today. You'll come hang out in the craziness. We'll spend the day together. I've got laundry going. I've got all the things. The day goes by so fast. I can't believe it's already 12:30. It's nuts. All right. I'll see y'all back in a little while. Real quick, I forgot to tell y'all. I'm making mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, or I'm bringing mac and cheese. We're having, if you don't know, a whole other tangent. Every other year we go to what we call the cabins for Thanksgiving with David's family. They rent several cabins and all of like extended family comes. It's really, really fun. But everybody is kind of like bringing different items to like the big Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving. And we'll be there like 3 nights, I think. But anyway, I signed up to bring chocolate pie, which I've made that so many times I can make that in my sleep. I'm not worried about that. But I also signed up to bring mac and cheese, and I've made mac and cheese so many different ways. So I was trying to decide like exactly how I wanted to do it this year. And I saw a recipe video on TikTok that looked so good, or maybe it was Instagram Reels. I think it was Instagram Reels. And so I want to do like a test today and see like, I want to make sure it's like creamy enough. There's nothing worse than like baked mac and cheese where you like go to serve it and it's not creamy. So I'm going to make it, I think, tonight, and then we can try it. So if you guys want to see how to make corn casserole and how to make mac and cheese, stay tuned. I got all the ingredients to do it. It's going to be a very cheesy, but there's no Velveeta. I'm not opposed to Velveeta, but this is like purely a cheese sauce mac and cheese. So we're going to test it out. I'm going to let Nate do the ultimate taste test because y'all know he's the mac and cheese expert, and we'll see how it turns out and if I want to use this recipe for Thanksgiving, or maybe I'll use one I've already done before. Usually I like putting a little bit of Velveeta in there because it makes it really creamy, but this one looks real creamy, and it has like sharp cheese, cheddar cheese, white cheddar cheese, and Colby Jack, and you make like a cheese sauce. It just looks really, really good. So we're going to test that out today. So lots of cooking going on. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and start on my corn casserole, or just mix it together. This is like the easiest recipe ever, but I'm going to double it. I think a double recipe will fit in here. You could totally just do one recipe, but since I'm making this for a crowd, I thought I'd go ahead and double it, and it's really easy. So if you want to make half of this, just of course half everything. So I melted 2 sticks of butter. I have 2 cans of corn here. I'm going to drain the corn, and then 2 cans of cream corn, a big container or 16 ounces of sour cream, and then 2 boxes of Jiffy corn muffin mix. I'm going to mix all that together, throw it in I'm going to go ahead and spray this pan, and then it's going to cook at 350 for about an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes. If you're only doing one recipe of this, it's about 45 minutes. So you just want it to set up because it'll be really liquidy until it cooks through. So this is really, really easy. You can put cheese on top if you want. I'm going to just keep it really simple, just like this. It's delicious. I think this is salted butter, but I may add a little bit of salt. I don't think the recipe calls for it, but I just feel like it may need a little bit of salt. But that's it. So I'm going to get this mixed together.
Christmas, a time for miracles, wishing to find a remedy, hoping for better days to come. Memories of flickering shadows, cold nights.
All right, you guys, I clipped my hair up since I was making food. I just stuck the corn casserole in the oven. It's like almost 4 o'clock, so I'm hoping it gets done in the perfect amount of time for David to take it to Thanksgiving. I'm not sure exactly when he's going to have to leave, so I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time to cook because it is a double recipe, but I did scoop out a serving because it was kind of full and I think it rises a good bit. So I scooped out a little dish. Since I'm not going to be able to go tonight, I wanted to try it. So I'm going to bake a little separate one for me in a little while. And that'll be delicious. So I'm not making it for Thanksgiving. So this is like my Thanksgiving. Mark took a good nap. He's still Hyvey. I'm calling him Hyvey. And he's playing now. I gave him one of these, where's the other one? I gave him one of these like casserole. It's actually a cake lid. It's amazing what kids love to play with. He's putting all kinds of stuff in it and carrying it around, whatever works. The kids are home and David should be getting my groceries here in the next few minutes. When he gets home, I'm going to start the mac and cheese. So what I need to do is, in the next little while, pre-cook the elbow noodles. And then I can't really start anything else because he's bringing me the cheese that I need to shred. Wish I had that. I could go ahead and shred it up. I went ahead also and topped my pie with whipped cream. Do you guys want a little peek at it? I do have this recipe video from a long time ago of my chocolate pie. By the way, if you've never made your own whipped cream, that is what makes homemade pies. It is so easy and not very many people do it, and so it's very impressive. Like, I feel like it makes such a big difference. All you do is put, this is how I do it, about a cup of heavy whipping cream in a bowl with 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, and I like to do a little dash of vanilla flavoring, extract or whatever. And then I get my hand mixer and just blend it up, mix it up till all of it becomes like really stiff peaks. You don't want to make it to butter. Don't go that far. But you do want it to have have some body. You don't want it to be like real runny because it's just going to run right off your pie. And if you make a big bowl of that, leave it out for Thanksgiving, let people top their pies, or if you're making like a cream pie, like a chocolate pie or a lemon pie or something, you could go ahead and top it. It makes such a big difference. Highly recommend. So that's ready to go. I'm kind of bummed I'm not going to get to go to Thanksgiving dinner. It seems like every church event, one of our kids is sick. I think last year there was there wasn't a Thanksgiving dinner, but there was some kind of holiday meal that I had to miss. And it was such a bummer. I think it was Nate sick that time. But I can't take Mark this miserable. He's still like clawing at himself. And I don't want to risk, him possibly spreading anything. I don't think he's contagious, but anyway, he's beating up toys right now. I don't even care. Anyway, when I get going with the mac and cheese, I'll show you. This looks like the simplest recipe. If it turns out well, we'll see. Like I said, this is a test for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited though. I'm going to have like mac and cheese tonight for dinner. and corn casserole. I've got to figure out some kind of protein to have. I still haven't broke my fast. What's interesting is when I'm intermittent fasting, the more I do in the kitchen, like prep food, bake stuff or whatever, the longer I can fast without eating. It's like subconsciously I think I'm eating because I'm cooking with food and so I'm not that hungry. It's really weird. So it is like 4 o'clock. I still haven't eaten anything. So I'm probably just gonna wait. So for dinner I'll have the sides and I need to figure out something to have with it. I may do a chicken sandwich. Not very exciting, but it sounds good. Might do a chicken sandwich and then I need to have more protein in that. So I'm probably will do a protein shake or my favorite, you guessed it, if you watched any amount of time, cottage cheese with nuts, pistachios and pepitas on top. So good. So anyway, that's the plan for today. And I'll see you back in a little bit. I'm very excited to get my huge Kroger haul that I only paid $52 for. What's so funny is when I checked out at Kroger, there was some kind of glitch, I guess, and it said subtotal $1,500, and then it had like a minus sign, and it said savings like it was more than that. It was like the subtotal was like 1,600 and something, and then it said Kroger savings $1,500 and something dollars, and then it had my total as $52. I'm like, I did not get $1,600 worth of food. I don't know exactly what kind of glitch that is, so it's gonna look like I saved $1,600 on this haul. That's hilarious, but no, I didn't quite save that much. I even went to my bank account and like, please tell me they're not charging me $1,600. No, they just charged me $52. So I have no idea what's going over there over there at Kroger, but I did get some really good deals. Not quite that good, but anyway, when I get going on the mac and cheese, I will show y'all. Guys, I'm about to grate my cheese for the mac and cheese, but I thought I'd show you what I'm gonna do. White cheddar, sharp cheddar, Colby Jack. Need evaporated milk, also a cup of heavy cream, Cajun seasoning, white pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, and then salt. And we're gonna, and also half a stick of butter. So I'll show you guys how this comes out. First, I'm gonna grate the cheese. I love this cheese grater. It is amazing. It's a rotary grater. I'll link the one I have down below. This would make a great gift for Christmas. All right, you guys, I just pulled out the corn casserole. I'm going to put some foil on this to keep it warm, hopefully. But it looks golden brown. It looks delicious. At this point, you can add cheese and like put it back in there to melt, or you could put cheese on the beginning and let it kind of cook through the whole time. I think it doesn't need the cheese though. It's so good without it. This is corn casserole. Yum. It smells like Thanksgiving in here. You guys, I am not even kidding when I say this is the best mac and cheese I've ever had. At a restaurant, at anything I've made. Tons of mac and cheese, lots of recipes. This is the best, I am saying. So I'm going to walk you guys through how I made it because chaos was raining down. I do have clips, so put a pot of water on. Put a pound of elbow macaroni in there once it started boiling, as well as a little bit of chicken bouillon to season it. When it got done, I drained the water. Threw the pasta drained into a 9x13 pan, along with a half a stick of butter. Mixed it all until it was melted. Then on the stove, I combined a can of evaporated milk with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Once that got not bubbling but warm, hot, I added the seasonings. You could do as much or as little as you want. This was not spicy to me, but it was perfect. I did a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. You can leave that out if you wanted, but I'm telling you it was perfect for us. Added the seasoning mix to the sauce, and then I added the cheese. So it is a block. This is a Thanksgiving recipe, y'all. This is not let's eat mac and cheese like this every day of the year, because it is a treat, okay? A block, 8-ounce block of white cheddar, an 8-ounce block of, is it 8 ounces? It may be 7 ounces, the block I got of, no, I think it is 8 ounces of white cheddar, 8 ounces of sharp cheddar, 8 ounces of Colby Jack. You could use whatever cheese you want. I shredded that. Shred it yourself. It'll melt 10 times better. I added all the cheese except for maybe half of a cup, and I saved that to go on the top. This is going to be very liquidy, and you want to undercook your pasta a little bit because it will continue as it sits to, you know, soak up the water, the milk that's not there. Ain't no water. It'll soak up the sauce. So I just kept that like on medium low until you don't want it to be stringy. I think I showed you a little clip of me doing a whisk and it was kind of stringy. All of that stringiness will go away and it'll become smooth. Once that happens, it is still very liquidy. You're going to pour that all over your pasta, stirring it to combine. What I love about this is it's very saucy. If you've ever been to a potluck and you have a delicious mac and cheese, but once it sits there, it's all dry, I don't think that'll happen with this. Toss it all together, top with the remaining cheese. I put it under the broiler for a few minutes till it got all nice and brown. Y'all, I can't even, like, I tasted it and I had to stop because I don't have my dinner ready yet, and I could eat like that, like the whole pan. It is so good. So definitely a winner. I'm definitely making this for Thanksgiving. There are no words. It is very saucy, but I like my mac and cheese like that. It's not watery because it's very creamy. But anyway, it was so good. So I've got my little serving of corn casserole cooking in the oven, and I'm trying to find a protein to eat with it. And I was looking all through the freezer, and I found a little tiny bag of sausage ball mix that I had made and froze. So I'm going to roll out some sausage balls like random and have that with my corn casserole and my mac and cheese. What I love about this way of eating that I'm doing, I can have like all of this stuff. Everybody's asking me, like, how is Thanksgiving or how's the holidays going to derail your eating plan? It's not, because all I'm doing is just keeping on fasting and then having whatever food I want. I do try to make healthy choices and eat food that makes me feel good, but this ain't going to hurt either. So occasional treats, like I said, this is a Thanksgiving test, and I want to show you guys, make this mac and cheese. Make it. Nate's over here inhaling it. He loves it. It passes the Nate test. David wanted to try it. He was helping me like film part of it. And I said, you've got to go to church. I'll save you some. He's like, you promise? Like, we are not going to eat a whole pan of mac and cheese, me and Nate. That happens, we're going to be sick. So anyway, I'm going to finish up and I'll see you guys back in a little bit. All right, you guys, I am going to call it a night. I have been working all day. Whew, I still need to go sit down. I have about 30 minutes before the boys go to bed. I need to sit down and edit one more video, and then I'll be in better shape tomorrow. So I just gave Mark some Benadryl. I've been giving him Zyrtec because that's what he normally takes. The doctor said either Zyrtec or Benadryl, but not both. So I've just been doing Zyrtec, but I thought maybe since he's used to the Zyrtec, Benadryl might help the itchiness better. So I gave him Benadryl about an hour ago, and he's not acting tired at all, but he does seem a little less itchy, so we may have to go with the Benadryl route. He still looks terrible, but hopefully they'll be going away soon. They don't normally last too long, but a few days. The hives is awful. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. David just texted me. It looks like there was a really great turnout at the church for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm so sad I'm not there. But there was so much food. He showed me a video of like the food table. So much dessert. It all looks so good, but that's okay. I did make myself a corn casserole, and I didn't show y'all. I made that little corn casserole. It's on my YouTube short video. I ate some mac and cheese, which was so good. And then I had the sausage balls, and then I had a protein shake because I felt like I needed it. What, baby? What you want?
Mommy, please color paint.
The color paint. Well, we're not doing, we did color paint this morning on his cars. We're not doing it right now because it's almost bedtime. But anyway, I'm going to say goodnight right now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you guys tomorrow.